In the exciting and competitive world of Formula One, it is not uncommon to hear strong statements from former world champions towards current drivers. One of the most recent comments made by Jacques Villeneuve was a stern warning to Lewis Hamilton. His strong statement provoked a reaction, while Ferrari could only remain silent. What is behind this warning, and how will the team and other drivers react to this heated situation? Let's discuss it. The 2025 F1 season has entered a challenging phase for Lewis Hamilton, who for the first time feels a major transition from Mercedes to Ferrari. After 7 impressive world championship titles, Hamilton now finds himself in a new challenge that seems much harder than he imagined. Hopes of a long-awaited 8th title are slipping away, and he has struggled to keep up with his teammate Charles Leclerc in the first quarter of the season. Although Hamilton's move to Ferrari was initially seen by many as a move full of potential, the reality is far more complex and fraught with tension. In the first 6 races of the 2025 season, Hamilton has not been able to maximize the potential of the SF25, and what was originally expected to be a positive start has now turned into a complicated problem. In fact, there are loud voices from former F1 drivers, including Jacques Villeneuve, who have issued strong warnings to Hamilton and Ferrari. Joining Ferrari, a team that for years has been a symbol of the glory and tradition of F1, should have been a new chapter full of excitement for Hamilton. But the reality was different. Although he hoped to adapt quickly and make a big contribution, Hamilton has actually struggled to understand the character of the Ferrari car, which is very different from Mercedes. After the first 6 races, it is clear that Hamilton is still struggling to find the right rhythm. Acknowledging his difficulties, Hamilton did not hesitate to speak openly about the problems he faces. He revealed that there are many aspects that he still does not understand and that he cannot give a definite time when everything will be running smoothly. Hamilton's frustration reached its peak during the Miami race. He openly criticized Ferrari's decisions on the pit wall, which he said were indecisive and too indecisive, and even accused his team of lacking good teamwork. This has further strained the relationship between the world champion and his new team, with tensions becoming increasingly evident. In light of the increasingly difficult situation, Jacques Villeneuve, the 1997 F1 world champion, has given his sharp opinion on Hamilton's situation at Ferrari. According to him, Hamilton is currently at a very critical point where his frequent statements of doubt could damage his credibility in the eyes of the team and the fans. Villeneuve warned that Ferrari, known for its emotional culture, will not tolerate doubt or uncertainty in a driver. Lewis Hamilton is not happy at all. Charles Leclerc is showing significant improvements while Hamilton continues to doubt himself, Villeneuve told Vision for Sport. Once you start doubting yourself, it can be a disaster. You lose credibility and people start to think that you are just there to have fun, not to win races. That is not the right image for Ferrari. According to Villeneuve, Ferrari values passion and competitive spirit. The team needs a driver who can provide spark and energy, not one who hesitates and doubts himself too much. Ferrari, with all its history and all the pressure that comes with it, is a team with high expectations and not much room for failure or doubt. Villeneuve added, Ferrari is like a volcano. You need that spark to start something big. If it is not there, it is a big problem for Ferrari. For Villeneuve, Hamilton's main problem at Ferrari is not only that the car is not to his liking, but also that Ferrari demands immediate results. At Mercedes, Hamilton was given time to adapt to changes and was not in a hurry to get used to the new car. But Ferrari is a team that does not allow time to learn. They demand their drivers to be fast straight away, and this is a big challenge for Hamilton, who was used to a more established situation at Mercedes. At Mercedes, Hamilton was given time to adapt and develop. That's not the case at Ferrari. Ferrari is a team that doesn't tolerate drivers who aren't fast right away, said Villeneuve. If you're not at your best right away, a team like Ferrari doesn't wait. They want results now. According to Villeneuve, Hamilton's biggest problem may be the mental pressure he is under, both from within and without. After a few years of tension and struggle at Mercedes, where Hamilton lost the world title to Max Verstappen in 2021, he may feel exhausted and lose the motivation to fight back. In addition, Ferrari, which should have given him new enthusiasm, instead brought back the same feelings of frustration he felt at Mercedes, where an uncompetitive car made him feel stuck in the same routine. The last few years at Mercedes have been very draining for Hamilton. The loss to Max Verstappen, the year of pressure and the tension of the competition left him feeling demoralized. His move to Ferrari should have been a fresh start. But in reality, he felt he was continuing his struggles at Mercedes, where the car and the team's decisions did not meet his expectations, said Villeneuve. For Villeneuve, Ferrari should have been a refreshing change for Hamilton. With a team that has a great history and a passionate atmosphere, Hamilton should have been able to rediscover his spirit. In reality, however, he was trapped in a situation reminiscent of his difficult times at Mercedes, where doubt and failure began to dominate his thoughts. Aside from Hamilton, Ferrari as a team also received sharp criticism from former F1 driver Jolyon Palmer. According to him, Ferrari is the most disappointing team on the grid this season. After almost winning the Constructors' title last year, the Italian team should have been much more competitive. In reality, they have only managed one podium in the first 6 races. Ferrari have been very disappointing this year. They finished very strong in 2024, but now they are struggling to be competitive. With Hamilton coming in, it should be a great season for them. We saw a little bit of that potential at the beginning of the season, especially in China, but then it all fell apart, Palmer told F1.com. For Palmer, Ferrari's problems lie not only with Hamilton, but also with the team's inability to develop the car and get the most out of the SF25 engine. Charles Leclerc has been more consistent than Hamilton, and Ferrari has to find a way to address that, Palmer added. Despite the difficult start to the season, Villeneuve stressed that Hamilton still has time to prove himself. He has to overcome the doubts that continue to haunt him and prove that he still has the quality to bring success to Ferrari. But he must recover quickly, because Ferrari will not give many chances to drivers who continue to doubt themselves. Lewis is still contributing a lot to the team, and that's not the problem. The problem is how often he starts to doubt himself. If he doubts himself too much, it's hard to recover, Villeneuve said. Hamilton's biggest challenge now is to rediscover the passion and confidence that won him 7 world titles. If he can overcome the mental pressure that has hampered him and rebuild a solid relationship with Ferrari, there may still be a chance to achieve his dream of an 8th title. But time is running out and, as Villeneuve explained, Ferrari will not give many chances to those who do not show their ability. With increasing pressure, unsatisfactory performance, and sharp criticism from F1 legends, Lewis Hamilton's journey at Ferrari seems far from easy. The 2025 season, initially expected to be a brilliant new chapter, has instead turned into a chapter full of challenges, doubts, and fears. Ferrari, with its history, expectations, and incredibly strong competitive culture, is not a place for those who take a long time to adapt. Under the glare of the spotlight and the expectations of the public, Hamilton is now at the most crucial crossroads of his career. But behind all the pressure, Hamilton still has an opportunity to rise. He is a 7-time world champion with an extraordinary mentality and experience that not many drivers have. If he can overcome his crisis of confidence, strengthen his relationship with the team, and begin to understand the character of the SF25 car, then everything can change. But time is running out and Ferrari, as Jacques Villeneuve said, will not wait long. The question now is, can Lewis Hamilton turn things around and prove himself a true legend in the midst of Ferrari's turmoil, or will this be the most disappointing chapter of his career? Share your thoughts below.